I think it's an offensive foul, man. That's a charge.
What a great way to put the number 8 pick on the hot seat as we welcome him to NBA TV. Deal with the challenge, but good afternoon. We got to start with the pronunciation, okay? Yegor's good?
Yep.
How about Dёmin?
Dёmin, yes.
Dёmin,
yes.
Okay. I know you spoke to the media here in Las Vegas, gave a little bit of clarity, but we're all refining our games.
Yeah,
good to meet you.
It was actually my fault about the pronunciation when I just got to America. I thought it's gonna be easier for everybody just to say damn it, right? But yeah, originally I have those 2 dots on top of the E, which means yo in Russian language. So
tell me some of the names you heard people, how they butchered it. I mean, you said just because
man.
What's the craziest way you heard people say your name?
Well, I think the most simple one that I'm hearing like every day, more than my actual name, is Igor.
Okay.
Obviously, because, well, which makes sense. You know, I'm not getting offended on that. Obviously, my name's spelled like Igor, so people pronouncing it like that. But I hear it a lot. I had Igor, Denim. Denim is a big nickname for me. People call me back at BYU. Some guys would call me Denim Jeans. And yeah, that would be a big time nickname for me right now.
So you embraced yourself in the culture quickly. It'd be when you why BYU?
KY.
After review,
an NBA
Brooklyn
coach.
defender does not establish a legal guarding position. There is no continuation on the play. It will be Philadelphia ball side out with 16 seconds on the shot clock. Brooklyn no longer has the ability to challenge.
Nice broadcasting skills, too. You lay out for the official announcement. Well done there.
Taking our job, man.
Yeah.
But you were talking about your journey to Provo.
Yeah. Well, first of all, as I said, I think the Coach Young,
yes,
obviously, you know, NBA coach. For me, going through this transition was important to be around people who knows where I'm trying to get, right? And who's going to teach me better about NBA and how to be an NBA player than an NBA coach?
Right.
So, and he obviously did a good job together with the organization of BYU, building around the NBA. I would say that, and a lot of staff members were from the NBA, right? Our strength and conditioning coach, our nutritionist, our psychologist, right, and mental performance coach. So it was just all about trying to make players from college a better transition to the NBA, right, and easier transition, which they did better, so much easier for me, right? And going to the league right now, I already know what to expect, pretty much, just in a theory part of it, right? Obviously, there's a lot of work to get done, body-wise and physically, but they prepared me. They gave me knowledge, right? And my task was just to be a sponge and try to learn as much as I can from these people.
I'm reminded of what Coach Hetzel told the media here in Las Vegas the other night, that your next step is to get in the weight room, right? To add muscle, to add body weight for this rookie season to come. What does that look like in terms of the day-to-day and the plan that they've set out for you?
I think I might spend more time in the lifting room than on the court. Being honest, this is exactly where I'm focusing it right now, and I'm super aware of myself. I would say that, right? And what I need to get better at. So I'm living in the lifting room, right? And, you know, I'm not getting upset because I know how much work I put into this. So it's just a question of time.
Do you lift today, even though you're not playing?
No,
okay.
They didn't let me. They want me to rest. Sometimes they want me to rest, yeah.
Draft night, how was the feeling?
Draft night, man, that was amazing. Obviously, you know, it's hard to really even explain it when, you know, it was the first time for me and the first time for KY. That's why I really wanted him to be there, you know. And for him, I guess it was really exciting too to be on this side, right, for the first time. And I had my first coach, my Russian coach over there. I had my mom, my agent. So for everybody, it was a crazy experience, no less than for me. And it's a draft night. I mean, there's nothing much to say about that. It's just exciting. It's a special moment for all of us. That's for sure.
Diego, you talked about coming to the United States, to college with the ambition of being a pro. I'm always curious, when did you know it was possible? You have this dream, right? But at what point along the journey you think, hey, I could really do this?
Yeah, that's a good point that you're saying about the dream, because it always was a dream, right? From the young age, growing up, but it never really was a goal because I just couldn't really understand.
You didn't know, what you know?
I didn't know how's it gonna happen, right? When is gonna be the moment when I'm like, oh, scouts know me, coaches know me. Like, how's it gonna look like? Somebody gonna call me, gonna call my parents, or like just the whole technical part of it, right? But moving to Spain obviously got me closer in general, physically, right, to the America, and it got me closer to the eyes of people who's, you know, influencing. And I would say my second year in Spain, I started seeing my name on the, you know,
Draft board.
yeah, like some type of boards, whatever it is, right? Ratings and all that. Ratings in Europe, ratings in the world, and all this type of stuff. Which was obviously not that big of a deal for me yet because I didn't know. But at the same time, now I'm like, oh, people start knowing that, you know, I'm Егор, I'm playing in Spain, I'm a basketball player, right? So at this point, I start realizing that, okay, that's the goal. That's not a dream anymore. Well, it is still a dream, but now it's another step that I can accomplish in my career.
Since you've been in Brooklyn, what's it been like? Practicing, everything else, preparation leading into some
The previous play is under review to see if it meets the criteria for a potential flagrant foul.
Man, I didn't even see what happening on the court. In Brooklyn, it was, it's fun. I mean, that's a big city. And for me, it's nothing really new. I'm coming from Moscow. It's my hometown, so, which is really
great city.
A really big
yeah.
and busy city too. So for me, it's exciting to be in a city like that, you know, where people matters. It's all about people, right? It's all about environment. It's all about relationships and how good of a person you are as a basketball player. How much can I influence on the, you know, on the kids who's watching us, on people who's fans and all that. And it's a big part of who I am, that's for sure. So I had a lot of fun getting to know everybody.
So watch to the left of your screen there. That's what we're checking out there.
So don't do this. This is what you don't do, right?
Right.
So when you see this, this is what's going to happen. So
I actually did that earlier in the first game, I think. So that's got to be flagging it.
We deemed it a reckless closeout. Almanza closes out from a distance. Oliveira will shoot 3 shots, and Brooklyn will inbound the ball at the free throw line extended with 24 seconds on the shot clock.
While we're on the topic of three-point shooting, just to set the stage a little bit, you had the most assists by a freshman in BYU history. You averaged double figures, but only shot 27% from behind the arc. So one of the questions as you take this next leap is, can you shoot the NBA three? How good did it feel to come to Vegas and I think shoot 44% and hit some clutch ones in your win the other night?
It feels good. I mean, obviously coming here, I had the shooting was my biggest question. Not my question, right? The question of people about me. And it's exciting time to really, you know, prove it that I can really shoot because obviously I spend a lot of time on the court practicing before getting on the draft, right, and on the workouts, and really focusing on how can I be efficient from every type of shots, right?
outside of the physicality and the normal speed of the game, what part of your game do you think you need to take a big step on? Is it being as a playmaker? Is it defensively? Like, where do you feel as though in the basketball scheme of things, where you need to take the next step?
I think the biggest part, obviously, is, as you said, the physicality, right? But I think it's also built out of that. You know, defense built out of being stronger. Being able to get to the paint built out of being stronger, right? But I think this is something that I really need to improve my game at. Is really the paint touches, right? Because I believe that every time I touch the paint, something good happens, right? And that's what the emphasis of KY, Coach Young at BYU, right? Get to the paint on 2 feet, on, you know, create for others. And this is where this is my strong side, right? My strong side is to pass the ball, right? So how can I create situations for others? If I can't get to the paint, it's probably going to be harder.
Gray Davis hit a shot. Owoma gets an alley-oop. Philadelphia looking to answer at the other end with Mark Armstrong. So Brooklyn charging here as we chat with Егор. Give our audience a chance to see a closer look at the alley-oop. Now, Егor, I wonder, it's always imposing, right, to face the challenge that you're about to undertake, but to be doing it as a group of 5 with this unprecedented first-round class, does that help? Does that ease the transition?
I think so. I think it's easier because obviously you have, you know, another 4 guys around you who's in the same situation, same age as you. They came, you know, from different places all over the world. And I mean, it's exciting just to get to know people, right? As I said, I believe, you know, basketball, it's a lot about relationships and how good of a chemistry you can build around. So for us, you know, almost everybody coming from not from America, it's a big part of our game. How can we, you know, build on the team they have already, right? And we are a big part of the team. We're like almost a half of the team at this point, but which makes it even easier because you know, we played against each other before. I played against Nolan. Drake played against Danny, and Danny played against Ben, right? And Ben and Danny, they played in the national team. So it's kind of all these connections are helping the team in general. I believe so.
Егor, if you were not an NBA player, what would you be?
That's a good question. That's a good question. That's what I'm thinking about right now, man.
Yeah.
I actually have a lot of hobbies I want to be good at. I want to play instruments. I really want to learn how to play piano and drums. So I might be, I might would have be.
So you're a singer or anything else with musician? Are you singing?
I'm not singing. I'm not singing.
Oh,
no.
you just don't want to sing? No, I'm not going to ask you to sing. So, but you're telling me that's what you do. You sing, right?
No. No, I'm not singing.
Well, get ready to sing because the vet's going to have you singing in training camp, man.
Yeah, I know. Listen, that was my nightmare, that's for sure. I was like, when I was a kid, I was thinking, oh, when I get to the NBA, they're going to make me sing in the middle of the court. And I was scared of it, man. It comes true, man. That's a scary time for sure, but it's going to be fun, I'm pretty sure.
Mint's on the run out. How did you consume the league? Did you watch NBA basketball from abroad, and do you have any favorite players or teams?
It was really hard when I was growing up, obviously because of the difference of time in Moscow and America, right? And same thing in Spain. When I got to Spain, I also couldn't really watch live anything. But it would be always away to school with the phone and with the highlights on the YouTube, right? Or watching YouTubers who's, you know, watching games and kind of reacting in it or whatever it is. So yeah, I was always
the previous
trying
play
to
is under review
follow
to
it,
see if it meets the criteria for a
but never
potential
really had a
flagrant foul.
chance to watch games live. Besides the last year, obviously being at BYU, where I was watching.
First time watching
basketball.
NBA basketball live.
Really, really live.
Wow.
Yes, every day, and it's a fun time. Yeah, that's for sure.
So you didn't patent your game after any particular NBA guy or anything like that?
Well, I have guys I like. Obviously, when I was growing up, you know, I was watching a lot of Jason Kidd, Steve Nash, which I'm assuming they were not playing anymore. Well, I know they didn't play anymore, right? But I'm a big history guy, right? I like to watch how it was before and see Magic Johnson, see Larry Bird, see, as I said, Jason Kidd, John Stockton, right? Again, the kind of where I see the beauty of basketball, right? Of creating for others, right? The passing, the beauty of pass, and yeah, I mean, now I can say Luka. That's probably the biggest, you know, comparison to me, I guess, where I want to be at in a couple of years. Shea, yeah, a lot of other guys.
Did the creativity, the distribution always come naturally, your passing game?
It always been, yes. Obviously now it's a little bit harder. Defensive players are really good in defense here, right? It's the best defenders in the world. So now it comes to the skill too, of really how can I read and react, right? Not just put everything on my instincts.
Talk about food here. How's the adjustment been on the food? What do you like?
Man, food is amazing. I love Brooklyn for that. I can find anything. I can find anything in Brooklyn. My mom, when me and my mom after the draft, the first dinner we had, it was in the Russian restaurant.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, we had some Russian food. So, yeah.
You've already found a really good Russian restaurant in Brooklyn?
Oh, yeah, in Brighton Beach, there's full of Russian restaurants. Yeah, that's for sure.
So what do you like? What food do you like?
The Russian food?
Not Russian, just
In general?
American food.
I love, well, what is American food?
That's true. That is very true. That is very
With all respect, what is
After
American
review,
food, man?
we have a reckless
Barbecue?
closeout by Slauson. He closes out from a distance,
I like
and there's a
barbecue.
high potential for injury. Brooklyn will shoot 3 free throws, and they will inbound the ball at the free throw line extended with 24 seconds on the shot clock.
That's a really good question because I've spent 13 years of my life in Europe, so that's a fair question. Americans like to think we've done a lot, and then you get in and realize that's a really good question. So barbecue, I'll let you get away with barbecue.
Next summer, we'll be asking what your favorite New York slice is.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
That's
really
for
good
the
pizza.
year ahead.
Yep.
That's some really good pizza.
We better get you out of here before there's another reckless closeout. But we do appreciate you sitting down with us and helping our audience get to know you a little bit better. Really enjoyable to be around. Any final words for your new fan base?
I'm ready to get rolling, man. I'm
can tell.
excited, yeah. I mean, that's it.
All right,
That's
well,
I have.
enjoy the weight
Good
room.
luck. Congratulations.
Appreciate you guys. Thank
Catch you in
so
training
much.
camp.
Good luck in the weight room. You'll never beat it. Just enjoy the pain, brother.